All right. Special edition of What Are You Talking About with me, Carrie Salke, and I'm bringing in my friend Shantelle Bachman right away. We're talking aliens today. Oh yeah, she really knows she is one. No. We're going to be talking about them because she knows a lot more than I do. So I'm going to bring her on right now. All right. Okay, I've got Shantelle Bachman. Oh, Shantelle, in the intro, lady, I said your name wrong again. I said Bachman, but it's Bachman.
I've been called worse.
I know, right?
It doesn't matter.
Well, this is my friend Shantelle. She's amazing. You just got off a tarot card reading. Can you tell people? Can you give yourself a plug of what you're doing?
I do intuitive readings. I use cards. It's a spiritual journey, and I love doing it. I've just practiced building my intuition.
Yeah.
And I'm getting a lot of referrals, and I'm getting a lot of people come back, and it's building a special relationship with people, and it's just such an amazing feeling.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm loving it.
And I'm gonna put I'll put that link up on this page. This is What Are You Talking About special edition. It's like our alien edition. I promised I'd have Shantelle on. So she just finished her reading. She's in her car because the reception is better. All right.
Plus, two little kids can come bother me here.
Right. You're a mom. So how this all started, though, is a couple of weekends ago, boyfriend and I, we were watching a shock doc, okay? And it's on Netflix or whatever, or the TV, and it was all about The Visitors, it's called, with Whitley Strieber. He wrote the book Communion. This was his very first nonfiction book about his experience that happened to him 35 years ago, his account of alleged experiences with non-human entities, okay? He does not call them aliens. He calls them visitors because he does not want to call them aliens because he's not sure if they indeed are aliens. And the question was, this is what he posed, or what he thinks, maybe, not for sure, maybe they are humans of the future, okay? So humans from the future coming back to visit him, and they were giving him messages like, don't worry, we are you, but we are you in the future because of the time continuum, or the time travel that they can do. So we were freaked right the heck out. We thought, oh my God, so they're not aliens, they're actually future humans, because they kind of look like us, arms, legs, but because of adaptation, they don't need hearing and they don't really need to eat anything. So I said, I gotta call Shantz here. We gotta talk about aliens, and because I know that you know quite a bit about them. Not like you are one, but you know a lot about them.
Are you sure?
Right? Actually, no. We're gonna find out. Definitely, we'll let you talk in 2 seconds. But I know that there's schools of thought with aliens. They do exist. They don't exist. They're already here. They're evil, and they're not evil, and they're just trying to help the planet. So, what are your thoughts on that? What do you believe? Okay.
So there's a lot to unpack on that one.
Oh yeah.
I know that there's good ones and then there's negative ones, like bad ones,
okay.
Like little grays. But the ones that they were talking about almost sounds like, that guy was talking about. Mm-hmm. It's almost like fourth dimension mixed with, because on a higher vibratory existence, things are less dense. And so in these existences, like they're not needing to eat, you take energy differently, right? And you don't need to hear because you are communicating telepathically with each other. So yeah, it seems like a more advanced type of being, and like a lot less fighty and flighty. You know, what we have here is we have first, second, and third. So we have Terra, Midgard, and Earth. So we have first, second, and third density. And then there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 up, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 down. And that's your lower, darker densities and dimensions. And Whoa. You want to kind of stay up. There's some beings that are on the lower ones and some beings on the higher. And there's a school of thought that there are aliens walking amongst us on Earth here and helping out. Yeah.
About the ones that might be on Earth. How would you, because I know personally, and now, I think I've met some of them, and that's not to be like just trying to be funny, but I look at some people and go, nah, no, that's not entirely human. It's just not. And I can't explain it. So how would you, like, what are your thoughts on that? How would you even know? How would you even know if somebody's not maybe entirely human? Are we hybrids?
Well, if what we're saying is true and we're not wackos,
Yeah.
which I think it takes it as someone to really, like, we'd be so ignorant to think we are the only life in the universe, like intelligent life. Like, come on, in the multiverse.
Yep.
Like, you're ignorant right off the hop. I don't even know if I can have a conversation with you
Right.
at that point. Theoretically, it just seems statistically impossible. I bet you if they are walking around in amongst us, people are people. It doesn't mean you're a human being. You could be a person that's a different type of being,
Wow.
and just wanting to kind of blend in. I've talked to so many people who've had the exact same experience that you just described, where you're kind of like, I know you're not from here. Like, what is up with you?
Yeah. And you can't place it. You can't place it. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's get back to then the different types of aliens that you spoke about. So you said the little grays, and you said they're not good. They're nefarious. Now, and they're little because they're very tiny. Like, what does that mean? They're little grays. Explain them.
Okay. So all of the things I'm saying are just the same as anyone else who's saying them. It has to be to an extent. Like, I'm not, like, I was brought up to a spaceship. So it's all just, it's not theory. It's just, here's what I've heard.
Okay.
So now this is where it gets kind of interesting. And I'm going to lose a lot of people on this one, and that's okay. Let's just have fun.
Okay.
Now, this is what I've heard. I don't know if I believe it. I don't believe things until I experience it and use my own discernment. But I've heard this, that there was a contract made, I think it was in the early mid 1900s, that they did trades where they would allow these grays. They did a contract. Then they, meaning the big brother,
Right.
you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
the powers that be.
Powers that be. Made a contract. Yeah, they can come down and they could start taking some of us in exchange for, what was it?
Exchange.
Their loosh or something. It was, yeah. They had a deal going on, and they said, we don't want to be public. We get to hide. You don't get to talk about us, but we want to come down and that's why so many abductions happened. And supposedly
Whoa.
that contract ended, and I'm not getting political. I'm not for or against Trump. I'm not even going there. I have my own thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
But supposedly the Trump administration had actually ended one of those contracts.
I wonder how a contract like that is ended. Do they tear it up? They shoot it off to space. Guess what, guys? It's over. Oh my God. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So that contract's over. So there's no more like abductions. That's just completely off the table.
Well, as much as we're not letting you do it, is what I heard, is what happened. Okay. We're not letting you do it, is what I heard, is what happened. But meaning I'll kill you if I see you, or we'll capture you, and just kind of like the contract, one way or another, it was ended for that one. But now we've only just covered the grays on that one, right? So I don't know. I do, from my intel, know that the lower, darker, more evil densities and dimensional beings, whether they be physical form through three-dimensional like us, who survive on the planet like we do and need things like we do, and eating, the lower ones are not really, they're not allowed here anymore. And actually the portals have been closed. So any access to it, and we're actually getting protected by a lot of beings right now. These are all things I've heard. Okay. I have not seen it personally.
So now you're going, okay, so three-dimensional would be, like you said, humans, three-dimensional. So you're saying fourth and fifth and sixth even. That would mean that they would be able to walk around on Earth and not be seen.
They come through in a different form. So they're just more like light. And then the darker ones will get more shadowy. So I know a lot of people listening to this, it almost goes into ghosts, where it could in some capacity, that the different types of living circumstances in that person's normal planet are different, where it's just a different structure to the molecules and a different vibration that keeps, and just it's different. And basically, what I'm saying is those ones, when they come down, they've been shown to be seen. The higher vibratory ones are often coming in like as blue.
I'm just gonna go with ETs.
Let's just
go with ETs. So, okay, so how about this? Ancient Egypt, the hieroglyphs and the images that we've seen, and they're like 8,000 years old, or how old they are. And it's spaceships. It's big-headed creatures with the giant eyes, the wraparound eyes. Obviously, we're not just created in the last 150, 200 years. So what is with that?
See, and that's just it. And it isn't just in Egypt, it's in some all over the earth. And how many pyramids do we have? And there are all these etchings of these beings and these spacecrafts littered across the planet. Like it would have, how could they have all gotten together and went, hey, do you want to make a joke on the future, guys?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, that's not probable. Even to see these like high-tech spacecrafts. I think that they were here, and a lot of people and scientists actually agree with this, that they were here. It was just more public, and it's been hidden. That they were the ones who came down here and influenced a lot of different things that happened. Because even the how did the pyramids get made, and how did some of these amazing things get moved? They weighed thousands of of tons,
Right.
and it couldn't have happened just with people.
It's impossible. If you
Yeah.
really think about it, they go, oh, wow, great feats of man. No, it's called impossible feats of man. It couldn't
Yeah.
be done. How would they even do that? Like you know what? I looked into Manitoba too. We're in Manitoba here. They've recorded sightings for 300 years in Manitoba. Think about that. 300 years they've recorded alien beings or spotting or UFOs in Manitoba, because we have a huge hub, a lot of sightings in this province.
There's more to this. There's way more to this. And you can't meet hundreds and thousands of people getting documented. And isn't that funny how someone sees these situations happen, and then all of a sudden men in black show up at their door? And I'm talking about the real ones like FBI. Hey, what did you see? And people have gotten paid off for not talking about what they've seen, like literally paid off and shushed, some killed.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
There was
Area 51, like, come on.
Come on, man. No, there was a story about a ship, not a warship, but a ship out sea. They had recorded footage and audio. And sure enough, when they got back to shore, all the men in black were there, and they removed everything from the ship, and you just didn't speak about it. That didn't happen. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
What's that? So what next? I'm going to ask you, what next do you think? So we're at this place where everyone's getting tuned, I think, waking up to the fact that, you know what, like more and more people, not just interested in ETs or the possibility that there are other beings out there, but that, hey, you know what, maybe we will be having contact soon.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on that?
That was planned, and that was actually a kind of like a PSYOP plan that was going to happen. And they said in 2024 that they're going to start, but they have technologies. It's basically, that thing in Star Wars, the 3D.
Star Wars or Star Trek? Hologram. Yes. All right.
They got the hologram technology. So that's the funny thing is they know they're there. They don't let us know that they are there, but they've also got technology from them that makes it we can actually create an image and it looks like it's really standing in front of you. So there was this big thing, the next big thing that they were going to release onto humanity was to scare the poop out of us, was aliens in 2024. That was planned. That's planned. Now that's all been debunked. Now this is going kind of really deep into theories, but that was part of the plan. And if someone who is higher up in the hierarchy than us is listening, knows that this is true, because this has publicly been talked about and then taken away. Yeah. Wow. So that's not happening anymore, but that was supposed to happen if things went according to their plan.
Well, that's why they've debunked almost every alien sighting, or like for the most part, because they know that the world would, like more than it is now, the world would go tits up if they thought that we were being invaded. It would be mayhem. So everything is, no, that didn't happen. Oh no, look the other way. Look over there. It's shiny.
If you want to know what the next plan is, watch the movies. Seriously. And I think we had a new alien movie come out too, and then that's the next thing. But yeah, aliens I believe are real. I haven't met one face to face that was obvious. But you even hear of some people. I hear people, a lot of people, too many people going, I think I've interacted with someone that's not human.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So they exist. There are different types. There are evil ones. There are good ones. We've made contact. And so we're all in agreement on this. And also, we're going to wrap it up right now. But just before we do, there are groups. And you know what? This sucks, because I've been Googling this all morning. I cannot find out the name. But there are groups all over the world. I saw this on a documentary where you can actually call on aliens. You can call because they respond to people who are receptive. It's sort of like looking up at the sky hard enough and going, I'm here, like, come to me. And there are groups that gather in wide open spaces, magnetic spaces, and you can call them in groups, big circles, and these aliens will respond and shine light and give signals, like make contact with these groups. And they are all over the planet. People go to far places, and there are, in fact, some here in Manitoba.
Wouldn't that be fun to go down and record that and experience that just to see,
Lady,
like a good scientist?
I'm game. I'm game. If we find, I'm not kidding. If we find out, and we find out where and when, you and I are going. We're gonna get our little lawn chairs, our camping chairs, and we're gonna go out there and basically ask for the aliens to join us. Hey, roast a marshmallow, buddy. Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm down. That sounds like fun.
Okay.
What are you doing tonight?
What am I doing tonight?
Going to see aliens.
Oh yeah, no kidding. But there are so many more things to cover on this topic. But I thought we just touch on it today. Any like-minded people who are interested in this, if you know the name of this group where we can call aliens, please let me know. Please let Shantelle. Do you have a page, by the way, too?
Yeah, Intuition with Shantelle. Thanks, Carrie.
Yeah, Intuition with Shantelle. That's her page. My page is What Are You Talking About with Carrie Saki. Okay, alien talk. I think we're going to wrap it up. I got one. Here we go. How was that? That's pretty good, right? Did you hear that?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Chantelle's going to come back on again to talk about past lives in another episode, another special edition of What Are You Talking About? Today with Carrie and with Shantelle. Okay, have a great weekend, Shantelle.
You too. Thanks, Carrie.
Okay, right on, baby. Bye.
Bye.